What's up, boys? It's Max from MJC Sports, and in today's video, we're doing a buy, sell, or hold sophomore edition. Me and Juan, we picked names from last year's draft, and we're just gonna go over, hey, is it time to buy stock in these guys? Is it time to sell these guys? Or do we just need to see a little bit more before we can make a decision? Now, before we get into the video, guys, I just have to remind you to comment, like, subscribe to the channel. It really helps. And let me know your comments down below of which guy would you buy, which guy would you sell, or who am I completely off about? I really want to know. These guys are really young, so obviously I could be wrong, but this is just what I've seen through a year and a couple weeks into their careers. But anyway, let's get into it. So the first guy we're going to talk about is the first pick from last year, Caleb Williams. He's coming off the finest game of his career against the Cowboys. And honestly, we saw everything that made him the #1 pick. We saw the arm talent. We saw the Patrick Mahomes escapability. We saw the accuracy. And this was the first time we didn't just see it for a half or a couple drives. There was from start to finish. And I'm going to go buy. And I know it might be seeming like, oh, well, the Cowboys are a really bad team, but I've seen a lot of good from Caleb Williams this year. Ben Johnson has the offense going in the right direction. Rome Odunze's breaking out. And I'm going to buy Caleb Williams. Like, I know we soured on him after a couple weeks last year, but let's go back with Caleb Williams. We're going to buy stock in Caleb. I believe in Caleb. Now, the second guy is Rome Odunze, and he's a little bit tied to Caleb, but guys, I think there's a new #1 receiver in Chicago, and it's Rome Odunze. I love DJ Moore. I think he can still be a big part of the offense, but the way I've seen it this year, Rome Odunze is kind of taking over for DJ Moore. They still have Luther Burden in the slot, but Rome Odunze, the size, the speed, the route running, and you know what's crazy? He would even be better if Caleb had hit him in some games earlier. Like, there's plenty of times he's getting open and he's not just getting the ball. So I am buying all the stock I can in Rome Odunze in year 2. We're going to continue the trend of buying, and we're going to buy stock in Bo Nix. Guys, let's not overreact to 3 weeks. I know Denver's 1-2, but let's not forget how good Bo Nix was last year and how good he's been for stretches this year. Look, they should be 2-1. If they don't get that penalty against the Colts on the long snapper, they're 2-1 right now, and no one's talking about this. Bo Nix is still one of the premier young QBs of the league. He's got all the tools. He's got the great offensive mind in Sean Payton. And I even like what they've done in the offseason, adding Evan Ingram, RJ Harvey, Marvin Mims is kind of doing better, and they still have Cortland Sutton. So guys, don't be afraid. Buy the dip. Keep Bo Nix stock if you have it, and if you don't have it, buy some. So now we're going to get to the first hold of the video. Guys, it's Drake May. Drake May has been good for the Patriots. He's kept them in a lot of these games with his escapability and playmaking. But dude, it's tough. They have 2 bad running backs, Antonio Gibson and Ramondre Stevenson. And sure, they're not like horrible, but they just have fumbling issues. They cost them last week. And their best running back, their most explosive guy on offense, Travion Henderson, is not getting on the field enough. The O-line's a bit of a mess. They have Stephon Diggs, Pop Douglas, but it's still just a work in progress. Like, you haven't seen anything great yet. I think he'll get better as the season progresses, but I still need to see more. So we're going to continue with the rookie quarterbacks. We're going to lump up JJ McCarthy and Michael Penix into one. We're going to put them in hold. Guys, Michael Penix has been good, and I really want to put him in sell because I don't believe he's going to be this franchise-changing quarterback that everyone like hyped him up to be coming out of Washington. I've liked what I've seen, but I just haven't loved it. I mean, you can't lose to the Panthers like that, and this isn't just about the Panthers, guys. This is just about what I've seen it over the course of its career. And I know it hasn't been a long career. It's only been 6 or 7 games, but Michael Penix is going to be good. I just don't think he'll ever be great. But, you know, 6 games, we're going to hold and see. Same thing with JJ McCarthy. He's played 2 games. The first half of the Bear games was ugly. The second half was JJ McCarthy magic. Then he gets hurt against the Falcons. He's out for 4 weeks. Just another hold. We need to see more of JJ McCarthy, and he needs to stay healthy. We are done with the QBs, and we're going to get into our first sell. This guy's the teammate of JJ McCarthy. It's Dallas Turner. Guys, if Dallas Turner was this game-changing defensive end, he'd be on the field a lot more. I know Brian Flores loves his like hybrid defense of having guys drop and rush, and Andrew Van Ginkel's like his boy from Miami. But Dallas Turner, even when you have played, I haven't seen the stuff from Bama where you just popped. I know he's young. He's 2 years younger than Jared Verse, this guy in the same draft class. But I just haven't seen enough. There's a reason he's not on the field, and even when he is, he's not game-changing. He's gotten better from last year, but I don't think he's cracked up to what he was in the draft, and I was wrong. So now we're going to go to the guy who was picked before Dallas Turner, Laiatu Latu. We're going to buy stock in him. He missed week 2 with an injury, came back in week 3, and he is absolutely a game record for the Colts against the Titans. He had 6 pressures on Cam Ward. We're not going to forget about what he did in week 1. He picked off Tua, was good in that game. But I just think it's kind of coming together for the Colts defense as a whole, and he's going to spearhead their edge rushing. Like, Kwity Paye's good. He's solid. DeForest Buckner's a little bit long in the tooth. But if they can get like an elite version of Latu, which I think they are going to get, that's going to take their defense from good to great. And they haven't had a good edge rusher since Robert Mathis and Dwight Freeney days. So this is a big hit for them. And we're going to stay on the theme of second-year defensive linemen. We're going to go to Byron Murphy II from Seattle. I'm buying Byron Murphy right now. I think Mike McDonald finally found his Nnamdi Madubuike for his defense in Seattle. His first year was kind of rough, guys. A little disappointing from a guy we thought could be really disruptive as a rookie. But this year, through 3 games, he's been super disruptive. He has 2.5 sacks, has 12 pressures, and he's pretty much going to shatter what he did as a rookie. And for a Seahawks defense that needs big people, he could be a game changer for them. So I'm really buying what I'm seeing with Byron Murphy II. All right, guys, let's go to the only offensive lineman in the video, Tyler Guyton. It's a sell. He just hasn't lived up to what he was drafted to be. And guys, he's just a walking pressure machine. As a lineman, you don't want to be a pressure machine. This year, he's already given up 13 pressures. He's got 4 penalties, given up a sack. And while he's a solid run blocker, you don't draft a guy in the first round just so you can run block. He needs to protect Dak Prescott, and he's not doing his job. So I'm selling all the Tyler Guyton stock. Okay, so now we're going to go to a cornerback for the Detroit Lions, Terrion Arnold. Guys, I'm selling him as well. He's been rough through his whole career. Last year, he was one of the most targeted DBs in football. He had 10 penalties, and this year, he's still being targeted. The Lions made a good move when they got DJ Reed, but they still have a Terrion Arnold problem. Yesterday against the Ravens, it was rough, and he's been like that his whole career. So far through the 2025 season, he's given up 13 catches for 233 yards and 1 touchdown. Terrion Arnold, you need to be better for the Detroit Lions. They picked you in the first round, and so far you haven't lived up. I'm selling all the stock I have in Terrion Arnold. All right, so to finish off this video, guys, we got 4 receivers to talk about. We have Ricky Pearsall, Xavier Legette, Keon Coleman, and Marvin Harrison Jr. Let's start off with Marvin. He's going in the hold for obvious reasons. I know people want to clown on him because he's dropped the ball and he hasn't really been productive, but guys, there is so much talent, and I don't think those 2 drops last week are something that's going to continue to happen in his career. I think he has lost his confidence a little bit, but guys, Quentin Johnson lost his confidence, and right now he's playing the best football of his life for the Chargers. So let's not punt on Marvin Harrison Jr. He's one of the most talented receivers in the league from a physical standpoint, and he's going to figure it out, guys. They just have to get on the same page, him and Kyler. So next, let's go to Ricky Pearsall. Guys, as a rookie, you all know the story. He got shot. He wasn't able to be productive as a rookie. That's changed in year 2. The 49ers desperately need him. They have a lot of injuries. George Kittle, Brock Purdy, Brandon Ayuk, and he has stepped up for the role. Guys, through 3 weeks, against the Seahawks, 4 catches, 108 yards. The Saints, 4 for 56. For against the Cardinals this last week, 8 for 117, and he's making big plays when they need him the most. I think Ricky Pearsall is going to give them Brandon Ayuk insurance. So even if he doesn't come back at full strength or he's kind of behind the 8 ball, Ricky Pearsall's emerging, guys, as a weapon in this league. So watch out for Ricky Pearsall. I'm buying Ricky Pearsall stock right now. All right, so that leaves us with Xavier Legette and Keon Coleman. Guys, Xavier Legette, you have to sell. I was so high on him coming out of the draft. It just hasn't looked good. He's been banged up, and even when he has played, he doesn't get separation. You didn't see that physical presence from South Carolina. Sell Xavier Legette right now if you know what's good for you. And Keon Coleman, I'm buying him for sure. The Bills need playmakers around Josh Allen, and he stepped up this year. Just through 3 weeks, guys, he's got 14 catches for 158 yards and 1 touchdown. Last year, only had 29 catches for 550 yards. He's going to be a big part of their offense, and the way they play, they look to get him the ball in one-on-one matchups. If he can be like a Mike Williams jump ball receiver for Josh Allen, that's going to be huge, and that could really put their offense over the top. So guys, that is today's video of Buy, Sell, Hold, Sophomore Edition. Like I said in the beginning, please subscribe to the channel, like this video, and comment down below. Guys, I'm Max from MJC Sports. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace. Have a good day.